Network Entertainment.
Welcome to Kaya Pa Ba with Baus Rufo at ang aking guest for this episode ay si Isa Villaverde. Siya ang aking comedy wife at ang aking fellow diversity hire in this male-dominated stand-up comedy industry, which we really love. So we talk about all things kabaklaan and our quest for global domination, one Becky joke at a time. Enjoy this episode with Isa Villaverde. Hello everyone! Welcome back to Kaya Pa Ba with Baus Rufo. And my guest for this episode, ang tawag po namin sa kanya ay ang pambansang podcast guest.
Hell yeah.
Please welcome Anissa Villaverde.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Oh, I love your accent. Galing kang Hogwarts, no?
So much. I love it here.
Oh my God. Okay, so sa mga hindi nakakakilala sa'yo, bakit? At bakit? Hindi. So si Isa po, I always refer to her as like my stand-up comedy wife. We've been producing and co-headlining a number of stand-up shows. So we are here to just set the record straight.
We're not.
We're not straight. Anyway, kamusta ka today, sis?
I'm good. Inabot ako na ulan going here.
You know
which was,
what they say, heto ako.
Basang-basa sa ulan.
Okay.
So yun. But I'm happy to be here. I'm excited to be guesting again. My career in podcast guesting is in a steady boom.
I think ilagay mo na siya sa IMDb credits
Yun
mo.
nga eh. Lahat ng pinag-guestan ko.
Lahat ng podcast pinag-guestan mo na.
Exactly.
Diba? Of course, we're here because essentially we are promoting our upcoming show on September 21 entitled Korik. And tickets to that are available at comedymanila.ph September 21, Saturday at
Teatrino, Green Hills.
What time?
8 p.m.
PM. Yes. Yan ang mahirap sa mga prepositions na at. Hindi mo alam kung yung oras ba.
Come on in na.
Come on in na. So medyo may rain theme tayo sa ating mga songs today.
Correct.
But anyway, I want us to talk about comedy because I think we have had the great pleasure, or maybe displeasure. It really depends. We have had the great pleasure of kind of starting our stand-up careers together.
Correct.
Diba? I think we both started 2022. Ako early 2022, ikaw a little late 2022.
A little, August 2022.
Yeah. So, medyo sabay kami. Dumadami na rin naman ngayon, I think, ang mga members ng LGBTQIA+ community sa stand-up.
Pero, yeah, merong mga marami nag-a-attempt, thank God.
Correct.
But none that I think are still like as committed, as ambitious as us.
Is it because
na-intimidate
sila sa atin? Charing!
Baka na-threaten. No, well, I don't know the reasons, but I think, I think stand-up is still a predominantly masculine thing. So, meron lang ganong hurdle.
Definitely, like when I go to the comedy clubs, I feel like I kind of, hindi naman bro it up, but I have to prepare myself lang na, okay, medyo kailangan ko mag-shift ng language kasi kailangan ready ako magsabi ng tite, ng jakol. May mga ganong parts na is part of my truth naman. But consciously, there's a shifting of the gears happening.
Exactly. Even like for audiences then, like the spaces, most pa lang, UCR pa lang, it's not female friendly. Pero, ayun lang, things are changing. Dumadami na nga ang nagte-try out sa open mic. Sana more. Please, go.
Okay, so we'll talk about our comedy. Ano ang elevator pitch or how would you describe parang your type of comedy, the themes, the expression that you have?
Well, I actually thought a lot about this na. Kasi when I opened for Atsuko nun, parang one of the things sa parang advice niya was, try to have a one-liner for your point of view. Tapos parang, it just helps you define your comedy more. Tapos, ang nadatnan ko is, judgmental na takot ma-judge.
Judgmental na takot ma-judge.
Because a lot of the things I find funny are things either I judge myself about or I judge other people about.
Tama.
Tapos either how do I add to the judgment? Or how do I make this cool? Diba?
Yeah, sorry, how do I add to the
Oo,
judgment?
yung
Yeah.
how do I amplify this? How do I make this worse?
Uh-huh.
Or how do I make this cool? Para, wait. At least yun. Pero in terms of themes, I think I'm not much of a world builder. I draw more from personal life experience.
Which
Di
is
kaya.
a world on its own.
It is a world.
Okay.
A journey. Pero, ayun, I guess, ano bang buzzwords? I'm a feminine, zillennial, midway aircon kanal humor
Uh-huh.
din.
Gets,
So, ayun.
Pero ang ganda nung binring up mo about yung advice ni Momsh Atsko. Parang nga, kailangan ko rin atang gawin yung dadali lang, I guess, yung writing process.
Parang it helps you if you're stuck in a joke daw.
Yes.
If you could apply that perspective
Correct.
in another thing.
I guess ang version ko niyan, isa
What's
akong
yours?
baklang gusto lang baklain ng buong mundo.
Parang yun ka
Parang
na.
yun ako. Like,
Parang when you look at the thing, how do I make this gay?
yeah, like, how do I make this even gayer? So I think, you know what? Props to that. I will take that advice with me. So you mentioned na ang themes mo nga is mid-aircon, zillennial
Mid-aircon.
humor.
Oo.
Diba?
It's bisexual in all matters.
Like, kunyari, anong bit mo about being a zillennial ang sobrang
Ooh.
crowd favorite? And can you take us through like the formation of that joke from like, I don't know, observation ba siya? Was it a funny story somebody shared with you? Just like, better contextualize that piece of joke.
Gets. So I have this joke making fun of the indie girl voice.
I know that.
Yung
I'm
lahat
very
ng
familiar with that. Sample naman dyan, B.
So give me a song. Sige.
Bahay Kubo.
I up I eat und Just imagine a ukulele. So, edit in na lang natin. Pero yun, so I think that's a very specific thing that I experienced. Pero when I made it into a joke, apparently ang dami pa lang. It is a trope of
Life.
zillennial, that age group. Lalo nung sabi ko, nagko-cover ng I'm Yours. So, parang ang daming nakarelate din dun. So, that was one of the jokes na, I didn't think this would do this well. Kasi akala ko, it's just a
Correct.
it's just a me thing.
Like playtime lang.
Oo. Parang gusto ko lang talaga siyang gawin. Kasi nga, I judge myself
Correct.
for it. Ayun, that's a very zillennial, I think.
It's great na yun yung inspiration noon from your point of view. Because ako, having heard that joke a number of times and having known you on a personal level, I feel like ang bedrock nun is that you actually know how to sing.
I'm just
You're
finding excuses.
Yun yung akin na parang you were a choir girl before, if I'm not mistaken. So parang akin, ang basa ko doon is parang someone is very gifted in the vocals
Thank you.
scheme of things, and hinanapan mo ng stand-up bit yung vocal prowess mo. It's nice na parang, because I know you, like on that level, na parang, yun.
Sometimes a lot of the, parang my other jokes din. Alam mo yung execution muna.
Correct.
Bago.
Gets.
Para okay, gusto ko lang mag-VO voices. What excuse can I make to do this? So, parang feel ko may jokes ka rin na gano'n. How do I just say yes, queen?
Correct. may ganyan ako na tipong when we try to write jokes, gusto natin humuhugot tayo ng malalim, feeling natin, din doon tayo sa trauma, tapos doon natin hanapin. But sometimes it really is just like the low-hanging fruit. Like meron akong joke about binabago ko lang yung sound sa mga bagay-bagay. Like, pochi.
I love
champola.
that. I love that.
Nakakatawa kasi. Nung una kong tinry yun, sabi ko, this is not gonna work. Because this requires little to no effort from my end. So how can this work? Girl, lagi ko na siyang kasama sa bit ngayon.
Pero even in the same way na napaka-specific nung indie girl voice.
Yeah.
Yung champola.
Champola.
Like, kasi even that's a very childhood snack to me. Like, nung una ko siyang narinig, that joke, tawa-tawa din ako.
And for me, na-realize ko na, oh my God, I might be onto something here. Ang pinakamalakas tumawa sa open mic din was si Leland. Na parang, I guess there are things that I really don't know about this world because like if Leland like tatawa siya sa champuang la. So, nakakatawa lang kasi yun nga gusto, akala natin kailangan laging malalim pero like pitikin ko lang yung labi ko ng ganito, okay na sila, di ba? So, that's the nice thing about comedy rin na parang it can surprise you. A big part of stand-up I think I'm only discovering now is it's also highly collaborative. We've gone on a writing session.
For sure.
Tapos, na talagang nakuko-create mo yung pyesa and akala ko dati it's an incredibly isolated experience to write jokes.
Oo. Tapos it's nice but to bounce jokes with other comedians. Parang merong other approaches na you don't see on how to make this funny. Ang ganda yung usually pag joke bouncing, you just come in with the premise, di ba?
Yes.
Tapos when you talk about it with other comedians, ang dami pa palang
pwedeng puntahan.
Word cloud siya or web of things where this could go. But also at the same time, iba yung perspective nila. Kunyari meron ako ng binato na joke na actually, i-open mic ko na.
I-open mic na natin dito. Mag-comment na lang po kayo kung bongga.
Pero merong at least may try akong gawan na joke na premise na, kasi may time na pag sa family sala namin, nagkakataon, pag merong pinapanood akong movie, sa bastos parts, dun dadaan yung nanay ko. Tapos parang, inisip ako, paano pwedeng punchline dito? Kasi pwedeng premise lang. Tapos, laging ang yung ibang guys nag-suggest naman, pero it's very them din. So parang, di nag-jackal na lang ako. Or parang,
correct. Of course, it's gonna go to jackal for like
di natain na lang ako. Parang ano ba yan?
Gets.
But at the same time, it's a very nice exercise to explore different routes where your comedy could go.
Ayun rin yung masaya, I think, with stand-up because you can argue that we're always writing, even though we're not physically writing.
We are.
Like, a big part of the job, I think, is just being fully present with everything that's going on around you para maalala mo siya. And then the actual writing happens. Kasi we're just really trying to like exercise our heightened sense of smell for things that are quite peculiar that we might turn into a joke. Diba?
Like, I find myself like, at least I set time for myself to just observe. People watching is so entertaining to me. Na kasi, pwedeng gawin kong joke dito? Or, kunyari, even maganda siyang reflex na if something bad happens to you, something inconvenient happens to you, parang, okay, paano ko to gagawing material? Instead of like, marinating in sadness.
May ganun akong joke nung nahack yung Instagram ko 2 months ago. Like, while apart...
nag-send ka ng Chinese.
Nag-send ako. Actually, parang for a time, ako ata si Alice Gudon or something. No, nahack yung Instagram ko and then part of me was sobrang kinakabahan. I felt like this is gonna be the end of the world. Baka magkakaroon ako ng mga fraudulent transactions sa credit card ko. I was like really catastrophizing the whole experience. But also part of me was like, Baus, observe everything that's going to happen in the next few hours because this is going to be material for your stand-up. Ganun na ako ngayon.
Which is a nice way to look at things kasi at least you don't suffer through the thing, no? So, nakakatawa, kunyari, sometimes the jokes that come from the worst experiences, yung pinaka-bobong.
Yes. Like yung akin, yung Chinese joke ko, I think ang joke ko was, so nahack po yung Instagram ko and then nakakatawa kasi may message na yung mga friends ko in Chinese. Tapos, nag-reply yung mga Chinese, nag-message siya in Chinese asking for money. Yung Chinese friends ko nag-reply, tinawaran nila. So, like, it's nice to parang in doing that too, I kind of will remember the experience as something less stressful.
Exactly.
Because I was able to write something out of it.
Exploiting
diba?
trauma.
Ang isa ko pang ganyan was, I think, kasama lang namin mag-dinner yung mother-in-law ko. Tapos, merong ube ensaymada. Tapos sabi niya, paborito daw talaga niya yung mga ube. Sabi niya, alam mo naman kami mga matatanda, mahilig sa ube. Ayun, naging joke ko na siya. Na parang, na-realize ko, tumatanda na ako kasi ngayon, paborito ko na yung flavor na ube. It becomes this whole thing.
Pero in real life, no, talagang, fuck, tumatanda na ako.
Correct.
Totoong.
Yeah.
Grabe siya. Ako yung joke ko na ganyan. At least when I was still coming into terms with being gay. Yung may jokes ako about if bisexuals go to heaven or hell. Yung para at the time, parang, sige, gawa natin ng positive pagiging bakla. Kasi, At the time, di ko alam. So, alam mo, parang masaya mapunta sa hell kung lahat ng bading nandun.
Yeah.
So, parang, ang ganda yung source doon was very dark and stressful.
Yeah.
Pero nagiging... So, okay, magmamotor na lang ako sa hell. Yung biglang magiging bobo joke siya on stage. So, a lot of the things people laugh about that we do, di natin alam saan galing.
Sabi nga nila, hurt people. I just wanted to like put it there because I don't know. It's always
he
like
lied.
that.
She's broken, he broke her.
One thing I've also noticed in the way you do stand-up, you are incredibly charismatic on stage.
Thank
like,
you.
It is insane. As in, like, if I were bi, I would ask you out on a date. But I'm not
Baby,
bi.
stop.
I am Cel.
We love.
No, but you are just incredibly like charismatic. I kind of want to trace this back. When did you start to discover that, you know what, actually, when I open my mouth, I kind of have the crowd's attention?
Actually, I have always wanted to perform din talaga. Parang lumaki rin akong gusto kong maging artista. Kasi pinalaki yan ng Star Circle Quest ng PBB.
Correct.
Pero parang I always thought, I didn't have it in me. Tapos, at least sa ahensya world kasi, dun na-build na yung confidence ko. Parang I treat presentations like performances na. Lalo pag mga pitch, di ba dapat?
Renaissance tour ito.
Correct! So, that's where I got my parang knack for performing. Pero, prior to stand-up, I have not performed. Like, nung college, di ako theater kid. I was just, yung hanggang ano lang, pag-host ng events, sure. But even then, I didn't have that much hosting experience. So, it's a mix of delusion.
We need that.
We do need delusion. And, ayun nga, yung presentation skills lang din talaga. Ayun. I still think there are things I need to improve on. Like, ewan ko, at least when I watch back some of my things, parang, ang awkward ko, tumayo. Yung mga ganong pitik lang akong napapansin. But yeah, it's a journey.
It's a journey. So I guess, how has your family received this new era? This is, I think maraming sustansya tong kwento na to eh.
Oh my God. Well, when I started stand-up, parang, noon na nga, like, my kuya laughed it off. Magsa-stand-up ka, ang hina ng loob mo eh. Mahekel ka. As in, ganun. Tapos nagalit ako sa kanya. Tapos may...
Paano magalit?
Ay!
Sa camera.
Sa loob ang kulo, realness. Kasi di ko na maaway, kuya. I'm the type of person who cries in argument. So, di ko kayang mga ano.
That is so you, by the way.
Exactly. Yeah. So, parang nagka-feel ako, I'll show you. I'll prove you wrong. Tapos yung family ko na when I started, ang alam lang nila about stand-up was Jokoy.
Yeah.
As usual.
Yeah.
The gateway, Pinoy stand-up comedian. So, at the time, parang ina-expect nilang ganun. They watched my first show. Parang yung mga local shows, it's really different from
Jokoy.
Iba yun eh.
Oh.
It's parang, this is what you do now. Sure.
Oh, so hindi siya romantic experience. Oh, wow, okay.
Tapos pero ayun pa on stage. So I guess that's what I treat like how I came out to my parents. Kasi prior to that, we did not talk about me being gay.
Oh, wow.
So I came out to them on stage.
With a mic on your hand.
Parang I talked about being bi. It's parang, okay.
Work.
That's you na. Ganun na lang. Ganun lang. Sige, basta, trabaho ko pa rin Ganun lang. May career ko pa rin sa ahensya. Ganun. So, parang, they allowed me to do it. I'm grateful for that. Kahit na hindi sila full on. They didn't understand it as much.
Mm-hmm.
Pero, ayun, the more I kept doing it, tapos nung sabi, ready na ako mag-freelance talaga. I want to quit my full-time job to do this. Even then, they were like, oh, okay.
That was gonna be my next question. Because you recently joined us in this beautiful world of freelancing. and basically conscious loading of anxiety dahil
Exactly.
freelancer tayo. Diba?
That I'm still getting used to.
Kamusta ka? I guess. Yun talaga parang, because it's not for the faint of heart.
Oo.
Especially on your first year.
Oo. To be fair, ano naman, parang I sort of prepared myself to do, hindi actively, pero may pera naman ako. Bago ako mag-resign talaga. Tapos parang, I guess that's what parents lang naman want to know parang, kaya mo ba? Literal, kaya pa ba?
Kaya pa ba? Kaya pa ba?
Para kaya mo ba talaga gawin to? Yun lang naman ang gusto nilang reassurance. Parang, yeah, I'ma stay alive. We will still thrive. Para, sige, we let you do that. It was only until parang nung naging regular na nung yung shows ko sa theater, nakita naman nila online where this is all going.
Pinagmamayabang ka nila sa mga kumare nila. Yung anak ko, para si Jokoy.
Oo, ganun na. Yung dati yung sinasabi lang, isang flex din yun pag alam na ng parents mo yung pag tinatanong na yung parents mo na trabaho mo, they say the real thing.
Correct.
Noong una kasi, nung freelance ako, ayun, freelance.
Humihina. Ayun.
Ayun.
Freelance.
Ayun, hosting. Hindi pa nila masabing stand-up.
I love it. Tas ngayon,
Pero,
with pride.
Ngayon, they saw, pero I proved to them na, huy, kaya naman. Kaya naman.
So, what is it about stand-up that made you quit your 9 to 5? I'm sure there is kind of like a burning bright tower of like what stand-up is to you that made you say, oh, it is worth the risk.
Exactly. So, parang prior to finding stand-up talaga, parang I have this parang itch to perform, pero hindi ko alam
Saan, alin?
Oo. Yung parang nainggit lang ako sa friends kong musicians na, shit, how are you just sure you wanna do that? Tas pero nung naka-first open mic ako, dun na yung, parang spiritual out of body.
Yeah.
Umiilaw lahat ng chakra sa katawan mo.
Yeah, nagme-make sense lahat na parang, ito pala yung...
Ito pala yun.
Yeah.
Oo, yung para, okay, all this whole time na sinasabi ng friends ko na, parang I've always been the funny friend. Tapos sinasabi nila, mag-content creator ka, mag-video ka. Pero it didn't hit me. Parang wala akong urge to make like sketches online. Ayoko naman mag-audition to
Correct.
act just whatever. Pero when I did stand up, it just made sense. It clicked. Dito pala napunta yung writing skills na nakuha ko throughout the series.
Yung indie voice mo dyan napunta.
Oo, lahat ng whatever all life experiences I had, I could throw it into this. Tapos yung parang may natural, lang din ako magpatawa. I think all comedians have that na, hindi naman sa pagiging people pleaser, but like just making other people laugh. Iba yung satisfaction niya.
Correct.
I guess what I would compare when musicians like perform their music or when dancers like dance. I don't know what else. Pero yung sa atin lang talaga ang satisfying magpatawa ng ibang tao and to do it in a grand scale. Yeah.
And I think that's something we wish for our friends, for them to find yung parang literally magbubukas yung gates ng heaven. Like,
it really felt like that.
It really felt like that. But it's not always like that. Especially now that you're on your second year of doing stand-up. The first year is like incredibly romantic. Pucha, lahat ng gawin ko natatawa sila and like, this really is it. Diba? And then, slowly but surely you realize, like doing stand-up is one thing, but like committing to it is a whole other equation.
Exactly.
Diba?
Yung first bomba ko pa nun, sobrang reality check niya. Because with the same set I killed in my first open mic ever, talagang dead.
Copy-paste.
Crickets.
Oh my God.
Wala, Copy-paste siya, ha? Delivery and all. After that set, galit na. Parang galit. Gusto bumalik with a vengeance.
Yes.
So, hindi ako na-discourage. More na-fuel ako to, I can't go down like that.
Correct.
Yung sumabak lang ulit.
Hindi pwedeng manalo yung kuya ko sa sinabi niya. You're doing that?
Very that. So, tsaka din, yung parang I noticed na nagmamature na rin ako in terms of what I find funny. I think when we all start out as comedians, we all tend to grab towards some low-hanging fruits.
Yeah.
Alam ko nilista namin to doon ni Rhea. Yung laging may, okay, kailangan may titi joke. Merong edgy, manyak na pari
So,
joke.
meron tayong stand-up starter bingo.
Exactly.
Okay.
Meron for them, homophobic joke. Pero ngayon, parang, okay, we're learning new ways
New
to
ways.
write.
Yeah. And I think ako nandito na ako sa stage na kailangan ko maniwala na every thought I have can be turned into a joke.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? Na
Oo.
parang kailangan ko siyang kayanin. Parang, kasi pag maghihintay ka lang na dapuan ka ng inspiration, sometimes wala, hindi dumarating. Diba? Sometimes kailangan ikaw mismo yung talagang hihilahin mo yung sarili mo. Susulat ka talaga para may maisip ka. Diba?
Oo, it really is. Sorry, like, you think stand-up sometimes is so cool. We're all just writing nerds.
Yeah,
in
we
general.
are. We're just nerds.
Oo, at saka yung lahat, wala kang pakakawalan na na idea nga talaga,
Yes.
di ba? Parang, kaya mo siya naisip for a reason
Aha.
So, i-park mo lang kung wala kang maisip na joke for it.
That's
Oo.
a great note there. Sometimes you feel incredibly passionate about an idea
Oo.
and you pursue it and then parang hindi ito yung pero kailangan mo tiyagain. Meron ka bang
Oo.
isang joke na tipong kind of took a long time before mo
Ooh.
matunayan na parang tama ako eh. Pero getting there was like
Shit. The VO joke.
the VO joke.
Took,
Oh wow. Okay.
Took a few iterations for it to get there. Pero, yung earlier versions nun, mabilis siyang naayos. Meron pang mas convoluted na ikaw ba meron kang ganun?
Iniisip ko nga kasi parang feeling ko dahil impatient ako. Baka hindi siya nag-work agad. You know what? Let's move on to
Hindi mo na pinapark. Ako
Correct.
meron akong bago siyang joke ngayon, panoorin nyo na lang the full joke in our show sa September 21. Pero parang gusto ko lang mag-joke about kung gaano ka-hassle kumuha ng PWD ID.
Aha.
Tapos, ang dami niyang iterations. Parang yung goal ko lang. Kasi the whole time, I had to prove na disabled ako. And I am abled passing. Doon lang ako natatawa. Pero, ayun, nag-evolve na siya into, dapat pala nung nagpa-picture ako, gumanon na lang ako. Ganun lang pala kasimple
Correct.
minsan yung punchline. So, yun na, marami ding ibang comedians din yung, alam mo yung detest na nila before sa open mic.
Yeah.
Tapos matagal mong hindi nakita. Tapos pag sinabak nila ulit with a new punchline.
Yeah. Yeah.
God.
Masaya rin nga yun kapag ang missing na lang is like yung last 5% of the joke.
Oo.
Parang nasulat mo na yung 95%, pero alam mo meron ka na lang isang
Kaya
kaya pa. I think ang ginawa ko dyan was yung something we wrote last week. Yung pag
yun
nagkaanak
yun,
ako, tapos gusto kong magkaanak kasi gusto kong ma-experience. Ipatawag ako sa school ng anak ko.
Ang ganda nun.
alam ko like before, nung nag-dinner tayo, parang andun na siya.
Oo.
Pero sabi ko, hindi. Kailangan niya ng something na last.
Oo,
Tapos,
oo.
I think I literally decided on the main punchline, siguro like 5 minutes before going on stage. And then it worked.
Okay, ganda.
Pero ang ganda lang nung to be in communion with the divine inspiration ng
Oo.
ganon. Diba? Kasi parang sometimes ganon kasaya magsulat. Sometimes it takes you
Oo.
like a month to write a joke.
Meron din yung, I remember there was a time you gave me a punchline, tas I just kept it. Yung,
Yung
Rufa
May. Yung Rufa May. Diba?
oo, kasi,
We had to switch.
kasi gagamitin ko si Mystica
Si
for
Mystica,
my joke.
gamitin ko si Mystica. Oo.
I have to switch it. Sige, sino pang gay icon? Si Rufa May. Tapos it evolved into
Correct.
a better punchline.
Nakakatawa yung punchline yun because if you listen to that punchline, basically, it's the number 666 and may hindi ko pwedeng i-preempt. Pero parang it should not make sense eh. Pero when you always deliver the punchline, people get it.
Oo.
People get that it's not logical at all. Diba? Yun yung masaya sa kanya.
Oo. Ang ganda niya i-perform. Yung pa maganda, I think, with our jokes, I think our punchlines are better heard.
Mhm.
Or parang nasa delivery din yung
Yes.
funny versus some other comedians. Maganda siya like in a written form.
Dapat text muna.
Parang, oo,
Okay.
parang pwede siyang basahin, nakakatawa pa rin. Na sometimes can be to their own detriment kasi nakokopya siya ng meme pages. Ang dami ng,
Tama yan.
ang dami ng comedians na nakawan ng jokes ng mga Facebook page. But I think for us, dahil personality natin ang labanan, you could never
Could never go
far away from you.
Okay. So you are also someone na downline ko sa improv. Diba?
Yes!
Ikaw along with Makoy. Ang dami ko lang na si Miss Nate, si Makoy. You are nasa level 4 ka na out of the 5 levels ng improv. How has been the journey so far?
Oh my God. It is a way different experience from
Stand-up
talaga.
Oh, tell us how. It's a
Like,
way different experience.
Oh my God. Parang I keep... Pero maganda siyang balance eh. Kasi stand-up is always about being the funniest person in the room. Being very calculated. Parang not making mistakes.
Correct.
Improv is the complete
opposite.
Well, for one, hindi lang ikaw yung
Correct.
You have support with you.
Mhm.
You work as a team. You're built to not fear making mistakes. So, for a while, that was like a...
May unlearning na kailangan
may unlearning
mangyari.
na kailangan mangyari. Kasi yung default natin lagi,
Correct.
paano gagawa ng joke dito? Paano
Correct.
gagawa ng joke dito? Paano ako hihirit dito? But in improv, the funny comes after na lang. Just when you let go and let God.
And ito yung interesting kasi like nag-improv muna ako bago ko nag-stand up. So I was doing improv for like 3-4 years before doing stand up. Tapos, dati like sobrang confident ko sa pagiging improviser ko before doing stand up. Like I just knew like na-imbibe ko lahat nung technique, yung yes and then yung not parang preempting anything. But ever since nag-stand up ako and I've been doing stand up quite aggressively, medyo pag nag-i-improv ako lately, parang lagi ako merong identity crisis performing. Kasi ang hirap
nalilito
siya.
ka na rin.
Nalilito talaga ako kasi parang ako dapat lagi akong ready for the punchline, ready for the joke. Kailangan like steps ahead. Sa improv, like you have to be incredibly still. Diba? And lately, hinahanap ko pa yung tamang pag-on and off nun. Depending on kung ano yung racket.
Gets. But improv has been very helpful in hosting din.
Yes, yun talaga.
Kasi,
yun talaga.
90% of things go wrong talaga.
But like sa hosting,
when you host a program.
like, yung prod laging may inaayos, yung script laging hindi nasusunod.
Stall.
Pag nakakita ka ng ganito sa floor director, stretch, I'm like, okay, here comes the improv education.
So, but also, I think, hosting though, may na-apply din akong things from stand-up. With stand-up naman, again, you gotta be the smartest, funniest person in the room. So, kailangan din you still own. You have a command of the stage or where to steer.
Yeah. There's a certain fearlessness in stand-up that I think really, really benefits hosting a lot. Diba? Like, kunyari, hindi ako takot mag-crowd work pag to stall kasi alam kong ginagawa ko na yon and I just have to be with them sa space. Like kunyari if the event asks me to stretch, ang go-to ko lagi pupunta ako sa table. Sabihin ko, so sino pinakamaganda sa table na to? Ituro nyo in 3, 2, 1.
Bugs.
Tapos, bakit siya ang pinakamaganda at bakit hindi siya?
I get that.
So ang crowd work ko, pinag-aaway ko sila.
Ako laging matchmaking.
Ah.
Sino yung single dito? Let's find you. What's your ideal partner? It's parang, edi hanap na rin yung crowd. So, gets kapal ng mukha that you get from stand-up.
Correct.
Helps din. Tsaka yung, pag naka-experience ka na ng bomba,
parang
nothing else can hurt you.
Wala na, girl. Wala na talaga.
Oo.
Kasi grabe yung, para lang sa mga viewers at listeners natin, pag bumomba ka on stage sa stand-up, after mo mag-perform, you wanna leave the room. Kasi usually when you kill a set, gusto mo magstay kasi gusto mo maramdaman yung mga tao at parang give you your flowers, fist bump you. Pero pag bumomba ka, parang gusto mo agad mag-book ng angkas, umuwi at umiyak. Diba?
They wallow in shame.
Correct.
Na parang that naman I found na parang some of my improv classmates kind of like, pag wale yung scene with my improv classmates, they take it hard sometimes. Wali, pangit.
Parang tayo, Diyos ko, tayo bumaba stand-up.
It's more, dapat fuel siya to, sige, isa pa.
Correct.
May ganun din thing. So, ang ganda rin na we have the balance of both.
I think
we're
both
avatars.
inform one another, both make each other better. And I think naman, like, kunyari, I think in the US, medyo starter pack yung dapat, medyo, nag-sketch ka, nag-improv ka, nag-stand up ka, nagsusulat ka for other people. So,
I love that in the US nga, very ganun yung stand-up and improv culture. Here kasi, meron pa ring aversion.
Correct.
Especially from stand-up bros.
Yeah.
Kasi I guess they haven't seen improv in its full form. They
Because
can only chika-chika.
Nakakatakot naman kasi talaga siya sa start. I mean, nakakatakot talaga siya. So, gets ko naman. So, now let's talk about one amazing thing that happened to you recently, which is you opened for Atsuko.
Oh my God.
I mean, just tell us about, as I saw her live last year sa New York. Flex ko lang, na bumabiyahe ako sa New York at nanonood ako ng shows doon. Charing! Nung napanood ko siya, I was like, tayo na. Idol
Sobra.
Status. As in tipong yan. Jan Baus, like papunta ka dyan. Yan ang asamin mong like level of excellence. So nakita ko siya para siyang Jedi Master ng stand-up eh. As in like, oh my God.
Very that.
As in, sobrang grabe. But you open for, like, just like, ikwento mo lang. Lahat ng gusto mong ikwento.
So, ito, the whole didn't have much time to like prepare. Kasi parang the week of, like days leading to the show, dun lang ako kinontak na, hey, she needs an opener. Pares tayo.
Correct.
Kinontak pa noon. So, I'm glad na tayo ang nasa radar. Actually, na-chika ko pala the one who booked me. Sabi niya, kasi napanood ko kayo ni Baus. I forgot which show. It was a theater show.
Aww.
Kaya tayo yung nasa radar niya.
Oh my God, you know what they say? When God opens a door,
she opens you more.
God is a woman. Anyway, going back.
Pero yun, just a lesson dun for comedians to build their comedy profiles talaga. Kasi,
I love
at least,
it. I love that for
diba?
us.
Like, nung napanood niya tayo, okay, ang dali na lang, binigay niya yung portfolios natin.
Okay.
Parang yung IGs natin, the options.
Period.
Pero ayan, so, kataon, ako yung natuloy. Kasi you were in New York.
Yeah, I was in New York.
Yeah. Pero, when we got there, parang nakabahan pa ako. Okay. It's just, meeting your heroes kind of thing. What if bitch siya? What if I would just distance myself? But she is the nicest. How she is online is really how she is in real life. Like, in-invite niya ako sa dressing room niya. Chika-chika lang kami. Got a little grapes from her charcuterie board.
Okay, grapes.
Tapos, di muna kami serious stand-up kasi jet lag pa siya doon. So, parang later na lang after the show. So, when sumabak na ako, may rin ako, kasi syempre kinakabahan na, what if they're only ready for international comedians? Kasi usually, parang the audience that go to these shows, walang experience of local stand-up. So parang, what if hindi ako kumagat dyan?
Nakakatawa kasi yung mga nanonood ng international shows, pag nakakita ng opener na local, sinasabi nila, may local scene pala.
Ganon.
Oh yeah.
Pero, ang sarap lang ng like, 3 shows straight.
Ganon.
Na, 3 applause break.
Yes.
Yummy.
Yes.
Yummy.
I mean, stand-up, when it's great, it's better than sex.
It is.
It's better than any drug. Any drug you take while having sex, it's like, it's better than anything.
It's like, a different kind of high talaga. Tapos, pinanood ko na siya mag-perform. It's all the more, like, whoa, as you said nga, sobrang Jedi master niya lang. What I admired about her, napansin ko rin na, I am merong very Pinoy way pa ako of delivering jokes. I think we talked about this nun one open mic night na parang di naman siya for all jokes, pero yung merong na.
Correct.
Diba? Kasi
ganito.
Ganyan.
Correct.
Versus her na there is a music nga,
Yeah.
there's a dance na
Yeah.
di mo alam, dito niya pakakawalan yung punchlines.
Well, not naman to
Oo.
discount what you do, but
Oo,
there's
for
a
sure.
rhythm and music to the
Oo,
Filipino-ness
oo.
of it. But I think, because, we have big ambitions of also just taking
Yun
our
nga.
comedy, like, outside the
Elsewhere,
Philippines.
oo.
That
To the
can,
world.
Yeah, to the world, diba? World, it's summertime. Charing. So, yeah, I mean, I get what you
Oo.
mean. I get what you mean.
Tapos, yun pa yung parang, sometimes when we watch foreign comedy, I don't know if this is true for you, parang when I watch parang foreign comedians, it doesn't relate to me as hard as local comedy. Pero
Yeah.
she talks about topics that still hit you.
Yeah.
Hit you hard. Yung kunyari, she has this joke about her husband is a better wife than her. Parang, shit, I don't have to be someone from the US to get that.
Yes.
Or kunyari, it's so hard to make friends as an adult now.
Uh-huh.
Not like nung bata tayo.
Yeah.
It's parang, shit, ang ganda ang universal.
Yeah.
In a way. It's parang, okay. Parang, let me cook. Parang na-inspire lang ako to write jokes that way. Kasi I noticed then, we lean toward, parang a lot of our jokes rely on Pinoy pop culture pa rin.
Pinoy pop superstar!
Yeah, The Voice, kids. Parang ganun. Pero, yun, to be a global all-star.
Correct.
talaga.
To be a rice queen.
Oo.
To be a rice
Ay, iba.
queen. Yeah, gets.
Parang, ayun. Tapos, yun nga, yung nag-usap na kami about, you have tips for comedians. Kahit siya, I like na she's so humble. Like, yung totoo, yung hindi pa humble lang. Sabi niya rin, wala siya masabi kasi she feels she's always growing pa as a comedian. So, kumuha na lang siya advice from Margaret Cho. na binigay
As
din sa
one
kanya.
does.
Oo. Yun nga, yung parang, if you're stuck writing, try to define your point of view.
Ganda nun.
In
Salamat
one, oo,
Sinare mo sa akin
kailangan
yun.
natin.
Kailangan ko yun eh.
Parang in one sentence. Parang, yun nga, it helps you, what if I apply it to here? What if I apply it here? Tapos parang binigyan niya examples. Like hers is, she figured, I'm here but I don't wanna be here. Tapos all her jokes nga, oo nga. Like
Yeah.
always her in awkward situations. Or yung kunyari Dave Chappelle, sabi niya, no one tells me what the fuck to do. Tapos if you think, oo nga, lahat ng jokes niya are just different versions of that. But also that line evolves through time.
Yeah.
Depende sa what you find funny.
Yeah.
Pero,
Ang saya magsulat.
Ang saya magsulat.
Kasi there is no one way to write something.
mm-mm.
And I think you can have your process, your technique, your regimen to be able to write something. But
Mm-mm.
mas na-realize ko now, kahit pwedeng i-abandon ko yung proseso na yon and still be able to write like a joke.
Oo. Ano kasi sa atin, at least our craft, it's a collaboration with the audience. Talaga. So you will never know what words,
Yeah.
kahit pag gaano kaganda yung pagkakasulat.
Yeah. So we have to talk about our show,
Yes!
So we've been co-headlining stand-up shows for a year now.
Yes.
Diba? We've done, numerous sold-out shows. Sa
Yeah.
Titong Teatrino will be our biggest undertaking yet. So please
Correct.
again, manood po kayo ng Korik, September 21. What I love about our show is that para siyang Pride Month celebration lagi.
It is.
As in sobra. And then ang daming nanonood sa atin na tayo usually yung una nilang stand-up show.
I love that.
And
Oo nga.
that is just, I take that very seriously.
I always say when people tell me, first time ko manood
Correct.
ng live. Like, thank you for making us your first
Correct.
show.
Kasi like they could have done something else. Pwede silang magbahay. Pwede silang magbingo.
Oo.
Diba? Pwede silang magpapak na ensaymada sa Mary Grace na sinasawsaw nila sa hot chocolate
Oo.
pero pinili nila tayo.
Correct.
Oo.
Dalawang bading.
Dalawang
with a dream.
bading. Dalawang bading with a dream. I mean, nakakatuwa talaga siya kasi that's when you feel, as marketers, if you tap new audiences, parang alam mo, shit, parang medyo maganda yung medium-term,
Oo.
long-term success nito
Tsaka ano din, I have had audiences who watch our show
Mhm.
versus pag ako lang with an all-male lineup.
Aha.
Sabi, iba daw talaga yung feeling, yung crowd na dala natin, the jokes we bring.
Mhm.
So, I'm glad. Parang yun yung ambag natin to stand up.
Aha.
Like, we're diversifying the audiences. So, ayun, if you don't want very hyper masculine jackal.
I mean, there will still be jackal
There will
jokes.
still be, but for you.
But for you, it's custom made, expertly crafted
Good.
from farm to table jackal
Oo.
jokes. Oo. Mhm.
Oo, support local.
So, ayun, that's it for our show today. So, sana
Thank
po
you for
kayo ay
having me.
na-excite sa aming gagawin dahil masaya po ito. But please tell everybody where, tell the children where they can find you.
Hi, children above 18. If you want more comedy from me, just follow me at Isa Birds. That's ISSABERDS everywhere. And ayun. Yun lang muna.
So yes, and please again, plugging our show, Korik, September 21, Saturday at 8 p.m. Teatrino Green Hills. Tickets to that available sa comedymanila.ph. But this has been Kaya Pa Ba with Baus Rufo and the one and
Correct.
only Isa Villaverde.
The opinions of podcast creators, hosts, and guests are not necessarily reflective of the official stance of the Pod Network Entertainment, its hosts, or other network programs. The content created by the people behind the podcast is personal and not meant to harm any religion, ethnicity, group, organization, company, or individual.